everybody, nobody is above the law. So in this aspect of this, my friend here that happened to be a victim of police brutality, I'm very sorry. And I want to assure you that as me being here, I'm part and parcel of this particular community. Because from the office that I held, I'm the 2IC Gender and Family Support Unit here in Kaduna State Command at the CID level. So I'm part and parcel of this particular community. That's why I'm here today. We do have, that's why we say this inclusion, we have already kicked into it since long time ago. That's why it warrants us to create this particular police management, to create this particular unit that will deal with gender-based violence and special persons with special needs aspect of the police investigative aspect of it. So I want to assure everybody here that I and our friend here that in our midst work hand in hand and see how we can be able. I so wish that I have the avenue or with my small rank I can reach out to the management level here in Abuja. But with my constraint and my position here at the moment, I can only, maybe we can work hand in hand with you and talk with the manager here in Kaduna State to see how we can help our brother. Because this is a very serious issue. If I tell you how I felt today, I feel so ashamed that things are happening, seriously things are happening. But we cannot say that in the entire police cycle that everybody is bad. We cannot say that. But we do have bad acts. We do acknowledge that. And they are trying seriously, they are trying to cleanse, punish anybody that may commit or may abuse the power that has been settled on him to commit one positive to another. So please let, and our office here at the command level is very open and friendly and user friendly. Anybody can access it. We can absorb direct complaint, even though most of the complaints are through petition to the Commissioner of Police. But we do access. If you have any complaint, maybe a direct access, you can come to us. We can channel the same complaint to the Commissioner in writing so that it can allow us to investigate the matter. Or across the state level, we have divisional outposts, we have police stations, we have ex-officers here, gender-based ex-officers that they can collect any complaint and send it to the Commissioner for proper investigation. So please, my brother, later after this particular occasion, we can see how we can talk to each other and share ideas and how we can help each other. And I'm sorry for your condition, because inshallah you will be able to do something within our limits here. Thank you very much. Thank you.
For a very long time, I'm seeing a police, can I boldly say, confessing, and at the same time, having a human face in addressing that we were wrong, and we accepted we were wrong somewhere. Oga Haruna, no amount of work could say to bring you to your past state. But of course, if police admitted and said, we are going to forward, I will create your indulgence. I have his contacts already. And he made it under JONAPWD and the Secretariat to now see some of the cases are always asked, even Karetaru, say Akoma, but make contacts that in case in Akwete, so people say, in Azam Mufara Gobe, when you came and you walked out quiet, without asking contacts, when you have issue tomorrow, who will you contact? So we don't just come to meeting and go. Ask questions, or rather ask contact, then make follow up. Oga Haruna, I'm speaking direct to you and any other person that is listening to us. Oga, from Kaduna South, can you kindly come for a minute or perhaps tell us something. There is something very key before I give Oga Joseph Wyatt to say something. Then we bring the program to a close by vote of thanks and the rest.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chiroma Emmanuel Alhatu, not really from Kaduna State, from Kaduna State Social Investment Protection Agency, CALPED. Representing the executive secretary here. I'm here and I enjoyed everything that happened. In terms of social, inclusion? 2 weeks ago, Kaduna State Social Investment Protection Agency had a review of its policy, and people living with disability were fully represented there. And to express our interest in people living with disability, in any disbursement we will have, we subscribe from the State Social Register. And I want to tell you categorically, we do have people living with disability in that register. One that happened recently, we shared debit cards in December and we continued in January. And there is a particular lady who was transferred from Kaduna South to Jamal local government. And in order not to make her suffer coming to Kaduna to collect her debit card, we made it possible, clear everything from Kaduna here and took it to Kafancha for her to receive. And I met a lot of your members who are in Kakuri, one of your centers in Kakuri. We treated them specially. And another disbursement we made last year was a grant of 50,000 naira, and some of your members are there. So we don't need to mention names. This includes money. By the time you begin to mention them, you'll be surprised. But let me leave it here. We will continue as long as inclusion concerns. And you may trust you, my uncle is here, Stephen Chiroma. He's my very good uncle. I have been together with him right from childhood, and I have been a support to him as well for some time, not until now. So thank you, I enjoyed everything. And having known that I'm a potential disabled person, today I'm glad for that. I'll begin to prepare for my own time. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time, thank you for everything. But before we go, we don't want this to be the usual thing that we always come to the program and just go like that. We need to bring up actionable steps. What are we going to do? What are the next steps? Where can we start to break those barriers from now on? So we'll be getting this in from all participants, and our rapporteurs are also doing justice to that. So we just want a few people to tell us those next steps that we need to do. One of the next steps I recall, which we had yesterday, was to establish a technical working group that consists of all development partners and MDAs in Kaduna State and other critical stakeholders. And why are they doing that is to have a collective effort of all stakeholders working around disability inclusion in Kaduna State. Because a lot has been done, or a lot has still to do, many partners are doing a lot, but everybody is working in isolation. How can we bring everybody on board? Let's know the program, which development partners are doing, and how can we be on top to that. And again, the second next step is SAP. Before you go, JONAPWD, that's Joint National Association of Persons with Disability, are also interested in this case. They had a courtesy visit on an advocacy visit to your office to take this issue up because it is the right thing, JONAPWD, because the association was established to advocate for the right and well-being of persons with disability. So coming to that, JONAPWD is going to handle this case, and before that we'll come to your office to seek some of the advice that we'll take from that. So thank you very much, sir. Yes. So we're on next steps now. What do you think we need to do going forward?
You want input? Okay.
Yes, input from participants so that we will capture them.
Good afternoon. I think we are talking about breaking the barriers and the evolution. This breaking of barriers is supposed to start from our houses, from our parents that used to relate people that are disabled. For instance, in terms of education, if you have other siblings, what help you are the first born or second born, and you have a sibling, they will take care of the education of that your sibling before they now consider you. So I think if we break these barriers from our homes, then we force our parents to include us first. That we too we have the right for education and everything. And the second one again is that we too in our various organizations, in our working places, what are we doing about ourselves? We are only few here, that God help us. But what of those millions, thousands of us that are on they are still on the streets? All their lives depend on begging, and it will end from begging. What are we doing about it? We have to do something about it. We ourselves, have we ever interact with those people, those children, both youth and adults that are disabled? How are we helping them? And another thing, in terms of government and then the women affairs, at least instead of them to be going and buying palliative for us, sharing rice for us, sharing wrappers for us, why can't they use that money for rice and buy education for us? Why can't they use that money that buys palliative for us? Let them buy good health for us. Those that have already passed the stage of going to school, they are into petty trading, small-scale businesses. Why can't they empower them to go for, to continue with that small-scale business instead of rice and spaghetti that we earn in 1 week without any interest or profits? And we that are in our various organizations, like me, in the Ministry of Agriculture, when they are sharing the fertilizer, we are not involved. When they are going to local government, various local government, I pleaded with them that they should consider people with disability, farmers. Because we have farmers that are disabled people. Yeah. I think they should consider them. And when they came back, they gave me the report that really they consider those people that are disabled people and they are into farming. Thank you.
We appreciate that.
Thank you very much. You raised a lot of issues. One of the issues that touched me most is charity begins at home. The neglect that comes from parents. What can we do? And I think the JONAPWD are here. The officials of Joint National Association of Persons with Disability are here. We need to intensify our sensitization because you can't give what you don't have. Our parents might not really understand the importance of persons with disability. So what can we do? And I assure you that with this, collectively, we will embark on sensitization.
Good day, everyone. I am Mr. Pawan Aliba from Kaduna State. I am chairman of the Kaduna government. Really, since when this program started today, I really achieved a lot. Because I now understand where I can resolve what my member disability in Kaduna government. most especially, I think collaboration is the best. For me to collaborate with my traditional leaders, religious leaders, I think give me the impact, the right way for me to carry out. Because in the world government, definitely, I think disability they are left behind. So years back, disability they create allowances for everyone for them. At least it's like 2003, but still up to now, that was not 2003. But at this meeting, last week, I wrote a proposal for a person with disability for them to create, for allowing with disability to create allowances given for them. Then I did it. I entered the secretariat, I went to the chairman, I went around to my officials to sit. I went to argue with him and told him. I saw a structure from another. This is like a for me. He told me that this is what I want. I said, this is what I want for this year. Another way I'll create another for him. Just because I need my number disability to know the level of the government. So for me, I always believe collaboration. To collaborate is the right key for me to stand. That is it.
All right, thank you very much. I think we also have some, all right, we'll go to you, sir, so that I'll prepare the mind of our development partners that are here present. We also want to hear one or two commitments from you. What are the steps from this Disability Summit?
Welcome to the new National Journal Books. The chairman of the idea of Kaduna State Chapter. That's why we're going to come. You go by we do not have a shell. Me and Junaka. I get 2 pounds of life. I get 1 pound of life. I get 1 pound of I get 1 pound of beer. But I'm sharing with the life. I tell about it. I come out of the young man. We are the land. I'm not
all right. Can we appreciate him, please?
Thank you very much for that. JONAPWD is here. JONAPWD will coordinate that. JONAPWD needs to carry out advocacy visits to Minister of Agri to ensure that when such sharing of fertilizer, they can also contact JONAPWD because they have structures across the 23 local government and as well as the 255 well they can. So I'm coming. Just a minute. So can you just go straight to the point? What the next steps? What do you want us to do going forward?
Thank you very much. My name is Anil Anthony from Kaduna Government. Following from yesterday's presentation to today, I want to make the following submission as recommendation that we enable us to start breaking the barriers that we have. One, yesterday we spoke about awareness. Please, I want to plead with the technical committee when formally initiated to go around the 23 local governments and create awareness to be the members of this community. We need to know what concerns us or what the law says concerning our rights and should be agitated for. Secondly, there is the need for the leadership of JONAPWD at the local government level to be trained in advocacy. Because most of our experts at the local government level don't even know how to approach the government in place over their breach of rights or what they feel should be rightly theirs. Training on advocacy is paramount. If you don't know what to say, you cannot help yourself out. So I'm advising that the experts at the local government level should be carried out. Secondly, in the paper presentation for today, when Mr. Evan was talking about the structures in Kaduna State and asking us to go and check, please, we should not wait till the building is completed, then you go and check. If it is not included, what do you do then? From the foundation, let us have a technical committee or an enforcement committee that will go around all projects to make sure that accessibility for persons with disabilities are included in public structures, both new ones and the existing ones. Then, apart from that, the implementations of other policies, let there be a committee or let there be involvement down to the grassroots that will serve as a feedback mechanism to activities that include persons with disabilities. Like when our sister was saying from the Ministry of Agri, I can authoritatively tell you that from current local government, I doubt if we have up to 10 people that benefited from that federal government fertilizer. Because I am the chairman, I went to my local government chairman, they told me it's through CADA, later they involved the councillors, but none of the councillors, the 10 councillors, I can authoritatively tell you that did not give one person with disability fertilizer. If somebody gets, it's maybe through his community, but officially none. Issue of sending names. There is this politician, sorry, let me digress a little, that distributed fertilizer. And when I called him as the coordinating person for persons with disabilities around our area, he said, names have been sent for persons with disabilities and they gave them fertilizer. I said, okay, I can give you names now, if you want, of widows in my local government, complete. But are they widows? So it is not about names. Involve our leadership. Let us know that people that benefited are selected by the leadership of persons with disabilities, not by any politician. Except we fight for our right, we select people that benefit by ourselves and not the politicians or the government officials selecting for us. We can never break these barriers. Then lastly, permit me to submit, even as our law is undergoing maybe some amendment or whatsoever, please let there be square pegs in square holes, not round pegs in square holes. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. A round of applause for you. It speaks
very well. And what captured my mind is around the awareness, the disability law, because as we speak, most people with disability don't even know that Kaduna State government has passed the law. So what can we do? It's a collective effort. We want the local government chairman of JONAPWD to also disseminate this information. So before we go further, I think we have a committee effect. Then you talk last, then you finish with your level so that you tell your commitment and other things.
And my submission is our regularities. The regularities of our disability should be looked into, and there should be creation of time to time educational training. Aside just because it's not everyone that wants to go to school. Some people, they will tell you it's just business they want to learn trading, they want to use their hands to work. So time to time there should be these trainings that will be organized for persons with disability, where they will learn something and establish themselves so that they will be self-reliant. And also they can, like for now, persons with ability, I'm a student, and I know how I've been struggling. I know I've been struggling from 100 levels to now that I'm in 400 level. I don't use glasses, and I know it's struggle, you know, when we're running to glasses, front seat, and then lecturers will not pay attention that there's someone that actually needs to see something that is being written bold. Even exams, sometimes I write CBT, and the same time that you're allocated for every other student is allocated for. How let them firstly read and comprehend what's there before I even give answers. And I understand how I struggle with these things. Now I went to National Eye Center for eye check to get a prescription. Yes, but see now I have the details of the recommended glass for me, but I'm able to get it because of the cost right now. And so I'm actually pleading that please, if these things can be then like the price can be so that we can be able to access this thing if we want to get it ourselves. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This is a student of Kaduna State University. I think we had a conversation with the Vice Chancellor, and some of the things you raised, he also promised that he's going to look into that. And I also assure you that JONAPWD will take that issue up to ensure that all learners with disability have access to quality education, particularly in Kaduna, the state government institute. Because if the Kaduna State government has passed the disability law, I think charity begins as well. It is high time we start seeing some of those things coming from state-owned institute. So we will take that issue up and we'll work on that. Thank you very much for raising that.
You wanted to say something?
Yeah. Can you say something?
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Grace and I work for an organization. Hello, okay. So that's the partnership for learning for all in Nigeria. Just being around today, I was around for a bit and I've had a lot of things go down. And something that I'm truly looking for the full report, one. And number the technical working group. I'm hoping that someone has already been designated to create that, right? Okay, so I'm also looking forward to joining that because I understand that so far we've been doing a lot of work on disability inclusion in Kaduna State, but as someone rightly mentioned, we've been working in silos. We've just been designing stuff, doing stuff. A lot of things is happening, but it doesn't look like a coordinated effort. So actually looking forward to joining that group. Also, we have a series of activities that have been planned out as planned on the disability inclusion, I think this month, next month. But from the learnings that have gone down from this event, I think it's worth going back and planning properly, because it looks like we're just designing programs, we're designing initiatives, but I'm not sure that we are designing initiatives that will meet the need of these people. I had conversations with the organizations of persons with disability yesterday, and they raised a very peculiar issue. So, for instance, we are going to communities to say we want to increase enrollment in schools, but then we have teachers in these public and private schools that can actually cater to children with disabilities. So these are things that we just have to think around and just ensure that we are designing solutions that meet the needs or addresses the need of children with disabilities in school. As for commitment, I'm not sure I can say much right now, but of course, as soon as I get the report, I'll have conversations with my team and I'll pass down whatever we come up with the organizations of these activities. So thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you very much, ma'am. This is one of our key partners in this summit. They also supported us. You can see they are also there. What you say, ma'am, you say something that you've already designed your program and you're going back to redesign it to suit the needs of persons with disability. That is fantastic, and that alone is inclusion, because you've had first class from this community yesterday and today, so we were for that. I think we have just one person to give, then we run now. Thank you. We don't have today's half day.
My name is Warren. For me, the best things that we have to do to move forward, the community to move forward, there is two things that we have to consider. First, we need the development partners, the government agencies, to organize an advocacy or sensitization concerning the disability law. Because I realize that some of the persons with disability, they don't know much about the law. Even if they have been violated, but they don't know how to use the law to protect their ability, because they don't know much about the law. So we need to know what is the law, how the law is all about, how am I going, what section and what section if my right is violated. And secondly, whatever we are going to do, we must use the data, because data is very, very important. So if there is not a sustainable and acceptable data, so whatever the development or progress that is good for our community will not be usable the way it's supposed to be. So I need the Kaduna State Bureau of Statistics, the National Population Commission at the state level, and the NIMSI to join their hands together with the collaborations of partners, development partners, to work together to find a sustainable, acceptable, and authentic data that all the community or whatever the projects that will come to the law of our community will use that data. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. A round of applause for him. I think at this point, all right, this is the last person, then we close. All right. My name is Ibrahim J. Ajia, the second Chief of Bagi Traditional Council.
In fact, yesterday I attended this meeting. In fact, the meeting is nice. And I want to say something pertaining accessibility of disabled persons. Like now, they say they are going to inform the community leaders, the religion leaders, and the people that are building, maybe hospitals or schools. I want the relevant authority, who are advising the relevant authority, to start steering them now, because we have received the level summit. We have seen everything that is going on. Please and please, without wasting your time, go a relevant authority should go and begin to inform them, so that they should be informed, so that we, the disabled person, will get an access to enter the school, the worship place, and the mosque, and the churches, and everywhere we find ourselves. So that is my plea. We should start it now, the relevant authority, please. Thank you very much. God will see us through in Jesus' name. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that. I think you also have, if we continue like this, we are not going to leave this place, because the moment you talk, another person will also raise, and we are running short of time. So please, if you have anything in mind, you can kindly maybe put it down, so that our rapporteurs can also capture it in our communique. Because we are going to submit this communique to the relevant stakeholders to ensure that issues that have been raised here are being taken care of. Thank you very much. Okay, so just a big one. We have a critical stakeholders here. Some of the issues that have been raised around accessibility, we have somebody representing from CALPED. So we'll just give him 1 or 2 minutes to address us. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon. My name is Amin. CALPED is the agency that has the mandate of renovating and maintaining government buildings. CALPED came into existence about 2016, so we are still, I don't want to say we are still at this stage, but we have started. We are renovating and we are making PWD friendly. So one of the, someone made mention of stakeholders being sensitization visits to some of these activities to really help. Because sometimes we want to renovate. So people, maybe those professionals in the construction industry, don't even know what are we supposed to make available to make it the building friendly. Maybe the only thing they know is maybe the ramps, maybe the dedicated parking space. And it's here for us. I think this sensation is very important. They will know, okay, apart from this, these are some of the things that you are supposed to make available for the disabilities to feel included. So when CALPED has started, we have done some. If you look at this Women and Children Center, we renovated Women and Children Center, and if you go there, you will see that we provided some of those facilities for the PWD to feel inclusive. So I think this installation visit really counts.
All right, thank you very much for that solution. And you say CALPED was already started, but I will also maybe, I don't know, but they say charity begin at home. We have a modern ministry that look the issues of persons with disabilities, the women's service and social development. I think your innovation could have started from that part. Yet, they are not yet accessible for persons with disability. So that innovation should start from human service, so that persons with disability can access their commissioner. Thank you very much. And at this juncture, we will close the engagement. I would have loved to give vote of thanks, but as I see the chairman of Joint National Association of Persons with Disability, you will round up the engagement, but he also give his vice chairman to do so by doing so. So please, you can just close the engagement. Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody. In my remark, I want to first of all thank the Almighty God for making it possible for us to be here today. Since yesterday, we have been engaging ourselves on issues concerning disabilities. So in the first place, we want to thank Kaduna State Disabilities Affairs Board for their passion, their concern, and their trust. And at the same time, we want to thank the Mother Ministry, that is the Ministry of Human Services and Social Development, most especially our Honorable Commissioner, for her passion, trust, and concern for issues concerning disabilities in the state. As we are all gathered here, we want to appreciate our resource persons and other CSOs that have been supporting disability issues in the state. And as Oliver twists, person with disability in the state will still continue to ask for more. As we have said, we need our members, especially to be empowered in terms of training concerning monitoring, evaluation, and then implementation strategy. That is where we have the issue. As we have called on most of the CSOs and the other organizations, that we want the person with disabilities to be empowered on that aspect, so that we can monitor and evaluate all the projects and the policies within the state. So we want to appreciate everybody that are present today, most especially the pressmen that will continue to help us able our voices out for others to hear. Thank you all, and thank you all.
Thank you very much for that. So before we go, we'll call up the government side to also give us vote of thanks.
Okay, good morning or afternoon. My name is Remain Sanders. On behalf of Kaduna State Disability Board, I am a planning officer. Okay, I want to thank all of you for coming, and as you go back to your various destinations, we are wishing you a safe journey back to your place of residence. I also want to thank our major sponsors, Save the Children, Play, Science Savers, and others, and CALPED. JONAPWD also want to thank you all for making this summit to be a reality. This is just a starting point. Next, we are going to improve on our weaknesses, and we believe that by the next stage, shall be stronger than this very one. Thank you so much, and we God bless you all. On behalf of the ES, the Honourable Commissioner, we declare this